not to have a banger. Just won this past weekend in UFC Rio. First time coming on the show. Friends with L. Dawson. Michael.
Hey, I made it. I'm so sorry about Tuesday. I made it. I'm here.
What's up, brother? How are you, Mike?
I'm good, man. I'm living life. I'm feeling great. It's coming down off that cloud nine. So starting to be real life again, I guess.
Yeah.
You back in Texas?
Yeah, I got back. So we got back Monday morning at like 5:30 a.m. So we left Sunday at 9, and then we got in Houston at 5:30. Yeah, brutal. It was brutal. I didn't sleep the whole flight. It was a long 10 hours. I kept looking at the clock and it said, all right, 9 more hours, 8 more hours. So I was like, oh my God, this is brutal. Brutal.
That's the worst. Mike, can you talk about, I always hear all the time, even on wins, the biggest wins, you're in the octagon, you got the speech, first UFC, all that stuff. I always hear there is a little bit of a minor, I don't want to use the depression because depression's a heavy word nowadays. There is a little bit of a low of when coming back, if you're taking your kids to school or you got to take out the trash, you're a real person again. You know what I mean? Coming up from the biggest high, is that a real thing after a big UFC win?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not for me because I don't have those kids or responsibilities or stuff. I got 3 dogs and a cat and a chinchilla, but like for me, it's just I think I've always just been living my dream since I was 17 years old, and I never have known anything different. I never had a job or anything. It was just like, this is what I'm going to do. And I've been doing it. So, just going through and just even like last week, that whole week, it's like, it felt familiar, like I've already thought about it. It's already happened, in my brain so many times. So, yeah, man, I'm just going to keep riding the high as long as I can and just keep letting the flame rolling. Cause, I think just what, I'm doing what we're doing at my gym and stuff. It's just one of those things like when it's hot, you just got to keep the flame going,
Dave brought up the speech. So I got to ask, did you get in trouble at all for leaking the official news of Pantoja and Joshua Van?
No, I didn't get in trouble. My manager sent a text immediately. It was just like, okay, do not talk about this anymore. I'm on it. Relax, enjoy your night. You'll be okay. But I think everyone knew that fight was happening. Like it's been signed for like a month and some change, and I'd be lying to say I didn't like practice my post-fight speech a little bit. So it just kind of flew. I probably said a little more than I needed to, but yeah, I didn't get in trouble. Everything is all good. And then I was worried though at first because then I see the Dana a couple days later is like, hey, we're gonna make an announcement. I was like, oh God, hopefully he didn't. But I don't think he saw my announcement or anything, or I don't know. But we'll see. I think we're okay.
I think you're in the clear.
Yeah. Matt Sarahs was like, I had an interview with Matt Sarahs. He's like, after a performance like that, kid, I think you'll be okay.
And I gotta be honest with you, I don't think they care that much.
No, I think that was MMA Twitter just talking nonsense, getting me scared for no reason.
Before the UFC all the time, so I don't think it's as big of a deal. But I'm super pumped for that fight. I know, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry, you guys.
No, just real quick. I was just going to jump in on one thing you said. I think you nailed it. I think Matt Sarah said it. You just keep on knocking out people in the first round. You can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? You keep on being you. It will definitely fall over. I know you're going to ask him, I would assume, Van and Pantoja. Mike, that fight is so good. Like, Joshua Van has had one of the best uprises and runs in recent history in any weight class. Pantoja is this dominant guy. People are like, hey, is he better than Mighty Mouse? And Mighty Mouse is that all-time legend. This fight is perfect. I cannot wait for this fight.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for this fight. I'm more excited about that fight than I am my own fight. Like and like you said, like the run that Josh has had is not anything he's ever seen ever in history. Like this kid started fighting 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he had his first ever amateur fight, and this kid's fighting for the most prestigious belt in the world. Like it's crazy what he's doing, and I just think, it's his mindset, it's how hard he works, and I think it's that confidence that he has in himself. And like I've seen it the past 2 years, and it's contagious. I think you could see it off my fight, off of our buddy Alden's fight at Noche. Like we're just really just feeding off of what we're doing, and I think we're really buying into the system that Pineda's built, and I think we all are just all in. And it's hard. It's hard to. I tell people this all the time. It's hard to beat someone when they're 100% in. Even if you're 99.9% in, you're still the 0.1% missing. So I think being able to talk to each other, I think it's hard. He's 24 years old. He just turned 24. He was about to be. He's so crazy because his whole goal was to be the youngest champ ever. So as soon as he got to the UFC, he's like, all right, I'm the youngest champ ever. And when he lost to Johnson, I was with him in Colorado, and he was all upset because he's like, oh, it messed up my timeline to be the youngest champ. And that's why he took all these 6 fights, because he was trying to speed up and be champ already. I was like, this guy's crazy. And he almost did it. They would have had a fight, this month or last month, he would have had a chance to be the youngest ever. But that's just, who he is. And I think being around it, being able to talk to each other, being in that situation where we just lost, we're like knowing that we're going to bounce back and just having that faith in someone. And, because I just turned 25 too. So it's kind of crazy what we're doing. And I think having each other to lean on is just such a blessing. And then having someone like Pineda to give us some advice to lean on, to talk to. I mean, I think what we're doing at 4 ounce is just special. And yeah, man, we're loving it. I'm excited for Pantoja and Josh. I think, I'm biased. I know you're biased. So we don't even need to say who's going to win what. We already know. Yeah. But it's going to be a great fight. I'm excited for it. Like you said, it's a tale of his time. A young up-and-comer that's hungry against an old vet who's one of the best in the game. So, I think we're doing everything to prepare for sure.
And I think the beautiful thing about this fight, too, is I think this is going to bring something. I think this is going to bring out the best Pantoja, too, because he's so excited to fight a guy like Joshua Van, because who would
never fought him before? He doesn't know. It's like so uncertainty.
Yeah, finally a guy he hasn't already beat, right?
Yeah, someone to wake up to, like, oh, okay, people are actually might count me out a little bit, even though, of course, they know what he brings in his style. But, Josh is so unpredictable, and it's going to be beautiful.
No, I'm like you said, I'm biased, but I'm such a big fan of Joshua too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Pantoja too. It's hard to, when you're the best, bro. I mean, people want to hate, but that guy is a legend already in the game. So
yeah, super likable dude too.
Yeah,
I want to. You brought up you're 25, Josh is 24. Like, I feel like you guys are in just like you found the sweet spot of when you guys got into the UFC as well. He got in obviously a little bit younger. But I noticed too, you had quite a bit of experience outside the UFC. And I feel like lately we've been seeing more and more guys get signed off Contender Series with only like 4 or 5 fights, and even tough 2 or 3 fights. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that regional experience has been important for you before you made that step up?
100%. I think, I fought with Fury, fighting championship, and Eric Garcia since I was 17. That's the only place that I ever fought for, since I was an amateur. And same with Josh, and we've seen each other all the time. We're on the same amateur cards, all the time. We were on the same pro cards. He started main eventing, I was co-main, so we came up together. I think Fury just did a really good job of, like you said, giving us fights that we needed, and making sure that we're going through some tough fights before we got to the UFC. Because I think what tends to happen a lot is a lot of these kids, especially younger kids, they don't really have those tough fights in the regional scene, right? So the first time that they really go through some adversity or they have a tough fight is when they're on the big stage. And when you're on the big stage and you go through a tough time, and then you got people from the outside yapping, and you got a lot of things going on, it starts getting overwhelming, and people don't know how to deal with it because it's their first time, So I think, my saying is just always trying to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think the fights that I had in Fury, I fought some tough dudes, some of these guys that I fought were, Fury champions, if not beat a lot of dudes that were in the UFC, or a lot of experience, coming up. So I think it's huge. Like you said, these guys are 3 or 4-0 getting to the UFC, and it's like, man, it's just tough, because once you go to the UFC, there's no easy fights. It's no, it's straight to the doghouse, So you're 4-0, you lose 2 in the UFC, you're 0-2 in the UFC, you're 4-2, and now it's like a lot of pressure starts to ride on you. Now it's like, hey, if I lose this one, I might get cut, and I gotta restart my whole career. Maybe they don't give you another shot. The UFC is, they're so ruthless. They're so hard. It used to be they say, oh, it's easy to get in and it's hard to stay. Now it's hard as shit to get in and it's hard as shit to stay. So it's like, God damn, so I'm blessed to be able to get in like I did, even though I had a crazy contender fight, Dana said, you know, kid, you're next. I still waited almost a year to get in. So, you know, I was blessed to be able to be in the position to, when they called me, I was ready and to get in, making sure I put on a fight, and then doing what I did, you know, last week, I think kind of just solidified my spot at, you know, at 45, and maybe say, okay, we see some potential in this kid.
That's for sure. That's for sure. One thing I love about our sport, MMA, so much more than boxing, and I'm not trying to hate on boxing or anything of that nature, but yours and Van's, we just talked about, it's okay, and you don't want to lose, and hopefully you go on a 15-fight win streak, Mike. I know, but it's okay to lose and learn and get better. And a year later, 18 months later, you could be fighting for the world championship. If that happened in boxing, Joshua wouldn't be fighting for their champion for 6 years. It's so wild to me that it's all right. Merab Dvalishvili 0-2 in the UFC. The guy's like the best in the world right now. You know what I mean? I just love that sport that we can lose and get better. And and I know yours was short notice and everything, but I'm just pumped for what's happening next for you going forward. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good run, I think.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. And you're right. It's crazy. You know, like boxing almost ruined the sport, making it like if you lose, then you're horrible. Or like, you know, Mayweather, you know, did so much to be like 50-0, never lost, you know, where it made these guys, it's like, you know, we're in a game where we're chasing goals and we're chasing records, we're chasing things that have never been done, you know. So Mayweather's sitting here 50-0, it's like, damn, like if I can't get 50-0, then what am I even doing? Like, what record am I really chasing? But like you said, it takes away from the part about getting better, because now people aren't worried about, you know, getting better. They're worried about just winning, you know, no matter how they win, even if it's an ugly win, they're celebrating like they're world champs, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it just takes a little, maybe not integrity out of the game, but just, you know, kind of that will and that hunger that, you know, these boxers kind of used to have, and knowing like sometimes that loss, like you said, just makes you better.
Yeah, for sure.
So $50,000 bonus. I know it was kind of a tough competition between all the finishes on UFC Rio, but do you feel like there was a little bias as one of the only Americans to get a finish?
I hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought I had it too, because you know we're watching the whole rest of the night. You know, of course, I saw the first fight from the prelims, and they were good finishes. I mean, I was, you know, every fight was damn near finished. So I was like, damn, all right, I gotta do something, you know. So at the end of the night, we're thinking, of course, Charles is gonna get it. Main event, King of Rio, submission win. Like we're like, of course. Petrino, we're like, okay, the knockout was nasty. Like that's just not, even though it took 3 rounds, the knockout was nasty. It doesn't matter how long it took. So we're like, those two for sure. So now we're sitting around, we're looking, we're like, there was no fight of the night because they're all finishes. So we're like, we might have a good shot here. So I'm thinking maybe that Kimura might have got it or something. You know, Fiala, like that was a good one. He's Brazilian too. So I'm like, he might have got it, you know. So, and it was nasty. It was literally right before me. I was like, damn, nasty. But yeah, so when I saw that the 2 girls got it, I was like, wow. I did not think they were good. I thought I was higher on the list to get it to them. Personal opinion. Not to say they didn't have a great fight. They went out and did their thing, you know what I'm saying? And I know they got a lot of hype in Brazil and stuff. So like I get it. Brazilians get it. So but I wasn't gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll take something.
I love when the prelim fighters get the bonuses. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't mind. Like, I know the girls probably don't make that much either. Like, first fight in the UFC, like they're in Brazil, they're in country. So I get it, but they can give me something. I don't know. Give me on December 6th, and I won't be as upset.
Yeah. And they say this all the time, and you know, I'm not trying to be in your business at all, but I do hear all the time the UFC, you know, maybe it's not the whole 50. They might a little extra check might come through. You know what I mean? So
yeah, well, I'm hoping for that. Yeah, I'm hoping I wake up and my bank account just
little 5 spot, little 8 spot, little something. You know,
we'll take those. We're not. Yeah. Beggars can't be choosy. I think.
But dude, so real quick, Al, I just think it's really funny too. So I keep on making you big, the full screen, and when it was smaller with us 3 in that background, Al, I don't know if you saw the picture behind Michael looks like it's the iconic Nate Diaz picture. That looks like Nate. And then every time I make Michael big, look, that's Michael. That's not Nate Diaz.
There
I love that picture. Doesn't that looks like that iconic Nate pose?
That's funny. Yeah. That's
maybe Nate took that pose from you, Michael.
No, I took it from him after Contenders.
That's fire. I like that. That's sick.
Yeah, after Contenders. Yeah, I love that photo. That's a great photo. And then that's my first fight, my debut. I got that one signed.
The signed poster?
Yeah.
You got the Rio one going to be framed up soon?
Yeah, I'm going to get that one framed up and stuff.
Let's go.
That one will be dope. I'll probably give one of them to my coach and then probably keep one.
We need some more stuff on our wall.
Yeah, we're working on it. I just bought this house with my girl in November, so we're working on it.
Nice.
That's fire. That's it.
Yeah.
So you keep bringing up December 6th. Is there a specific name for December 6th that you want?
If I bring a name, does that mean I get to fight or? Personally, like it really doesn't matter to me. I watch all these guys. They gave me Almeida, and he has 5 fights in the UFC. So I don't know what route they want me to go. Like, do they want me to go fight some couple dudes with good records already? I'm down. Like, they want me to go that route, or do they want me to fight these up and coming guys? Like, I'm cool with anything. My season, the Contenders, every person I lost to is in the UFC. So I'd love to get any of those back. Anyone that beat up my coach Pineda in the UFC, if they're still around, I'll beat them up for beating up my coach. So
I think Grant grappled him once.
Yeah, Grant can say 55.
Grant can be a middleweight more than a featherweight.
You know who else beat up Pineda is freaking Mike Brown. So I guess I'm gonna have to fight any of Mike Brown's proteges out there because Mike Brown beat up Pineda.
He's got any fighters coming up?
But Nathaniel Wood, I know he just beat up my coach.
Oh, that's fun.
He's fighting Delgado, an up and coming guy.
Yeah.
So I got my eyes set on that fight for sure. I know that's coming up in November. I think it's on pay-per-view. Is that on the Abu Dhabi card?
I believe so.
It might be on the Abu Dhabi card. So I'm definitely looking at that fight. Our boy Onama and Garcia. I'm definitely looking at that fight. It's a great fight. Like I said, I don't know what route they want me to go. I feel like I could fight any of those guys. Like I feel like I can hang with those dudes, if not beat them. So I don't know if they want me to fight those guys. They want me to fight some guys like my Contenders or 1-0 UFC dudes. So it don't matter to me. I just want to fight with Josh. I think that would be legendary. And if they can't fight, let me fight with Josh. Then I just need tickets, please.
About the pets. Said, are those hamsters?
No, it's a chinchilla.
Is this your chinchilla? I don't think I've ever seen a chinchilla.
Chi-Chi, come here. She's in her bed right now. She's chilling.
They're nocturnal, right?
She likes pets.
They're so cute. Ooh. Is she nocturnal? Does she sleep during the day mostly?
Oh, yeah. There she goes.
Oh, hey.
Okay, don't get out. She runs on her wheel. See, she just goes and runs on her wheel.
Usually it's dogs in the background.
Yeah. Usually there's.
I got 3 dogs downstairs, and then I got my cat running around somewhere. She's just always staring at the chinchilla. She's about to she wants to kill it. Yeah.
You got the makings of a small zoo. Soon you'll be.
I know. I'm buying a farm. I'm already working on buying a farm.
Yeah. You'll be in Taylor Harrison territory soon.
I know. Me and my girlfriend rescue dogs off the streets all the time. We just had we rescued a mom cat and 5 kittens. Got them all saved. We kept one. RIP, the mom passed away before my debut, but we ended up rescuing 3 more dogs. 2, a blonde, a black, and a brown one, and then we gave 2 away. I had to keep one. I'm such a freaking softie. I gotta keep one. But so we're probably gonna end up opening an animal shelter or something of that sort, or something along those lines. So my girlfriend can quit her job and do something she wants to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're working on it. We love animals anyways, and I think they're so. Especially where I'm, we're kind of in the hood. So there's just dogs running around everywhere. They're all, not taken care of. And the worst thing is they're all on the street, just keep knocking up. And it's just overpopulation. It's just sad, that we can't take care of them. So, and they just find my girlfriend. I don't know what it is. They know that she's the one that's going to freaking take care of them and actually stop and help them. And
They're talking at night. They're trying
what am I gonna do? I can't be the bad guy. Like, hey, okay, all right. Like, what do I need? What do I need to get? Like, I don't even argue anymore. I'm just like, just tell me what I need because I know we're gonna end up saving and rescuing it anyways. So
that happened to us the other day. I was driving out of my neighborhood like a few weeks ago, and there's a little pocket pitty running around, and now she lives with us.
Yeah.
And now we have 3 dogs.
Yeah, we're suckers. Yeah, that's nothing we can do. God.
I have no dogs at the house. I got 4 kids, man. That's what I got a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'll take my dogs.
Real quick, tomorrow UFC Vancouver. I love this main event. Middleweight RDR. Brandon Allen steps up. Could be maybe a number 1 contender spot. I would love your take on this good fight coming up tomorrow night.
Bro, I think it's actually a really, really good fight. It's very interesting. RDR proved that he can hang with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? And I know Brandon Allen's been yapping at the nip and just saying that he's one of the best in the world. So he's got good grappling. I think his striking is actually a little more technical than RDR. So that's kind of interesting. But I just think RDR is bigger. He's gonna wear on him. I think his weight. I know Allen's coming on short notice and stuff too. So I think RDR is just gonna end up wearing on him and just being a little too tough for him at the end. But I think Allen will show some good stuff in the first couple rounds.
I like it. Yeah. I think you're pretty spot on with that one, right?
I'm kind of on board, especially with it being 5 rounds short notice.
Yeah.
Slow before, and RDR just doesn't go away. Is my worry for Brendan here. I'd love to be surprised. I like Brendan Allen a lot, but I do think I think the first couple rounds are going to be really close.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's good. Is there another fight on this weekend's card, Michael, that got your eyes on?
Kevin Holland.
That's your boy?
That's my boy.
He's a Texas guy.
Yeah, he's a Texas guy, and he's been training over there at the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my striking coach, his name's Artinus Young, Chico. He is Kevin Holland's cousin, actually. So, yeah, he started working and started coming to the gym and stuff. So, me and Kevin even been getting a lot of good, good training sessions in even before my fight because we're lined up, almost identical. So, he's super knowledgeable about the game, man. He's not. I mean, he definitely is who he is on camera. On camera, he's the same person, but he's not as crazy or dumb as they try to make him out to seem. He's very smart. He's super intelligent about the game. And if you go look at his resume, that dude has fought some killers, and he's fought a lot of times. He's fought almost 50 times. So I'm excited to see him fight. I know he wants to bounce back against after that Rodriguez fight. I know he was super disappointed in that. So yeah, I guess Malat too, who's a good dude, and he's fighting in Canada. So. We kind of got that. We had that same theme going in. I was fighting a Brazilian in Brazil. Yeah. He's fighting a Canadian in Canada. So, yeah, I'm excited to see him fight and rooting for Kevin. And I'm still waiting for my package, Kevin. So, whenever he sees this, he told me it would come. He'll come. He said it would come later. I told him fine since it was 5 weeks, but I'm still waiting on
it. and kind of what we were talking about earlier, I think the same thing. And I know Kevin's been through it all, highest highs, some lowest lows. The loss against D-Rod's probably not it's a loss. It stinks, but I think I actually like Kevin Holland in this spot a lot. I think he bounces back from that. He's better than what he just showed us against Daniel Rodriguez. He just is. We've seen him better. So I actually like Kevin Holland. I know he was an underdog. Now he's a slight betting favorite. Really don't matter. I do like Holland in this spot. Big spot.
Yeah.
I was particularly impressed with the way Kevin Holland fought Gunnar Nelson. I feel like that's a name people respect as much as they should. Gunnar's a super underrated guy, and I expected him to beat Kevin. I thought his wrestling was just going to be too much, and he fought him so smart, smart. He's a very tricky guy.
He is, and I think even with the Rodriguez fight, as bad as the loss was, I think at least me personally saw something I've never really seen from Kevin, especially actually getting to train with him. I saw him, have some heart and grit, and I kind of just give up almost the Hamzat fight, the Chimaev fight. You can almost tell he was just whatever. Chimaev's gonna do this to me, but the Rodriguez fight, he was hurt and he still fought back and battled and even came back in the third and won. So I felt like I saw a lot of heart from Kevin that I haven't seen in a couple of years. So almost like a fire was kind of reflamed or something, So yeah, I'm excited to see him fight this weekend.
Yeah. I totally agree. And we really haven't seen that much of that with Malott, right? Like Malott kind of went in those deep waters with Neil Magny, did not come out. Like
calm down. Neil Magny's the best damn third round fighter on planet Earth.
He is. He's mythical creature. Third round Nat Magny. Mythical creature.
Magny. Yeah, that guy, dude. Magny's a legend, man.
He's
welterweight, George St. Pierre, right? Like the welterweight division's had some monsters for 20 years, and Neil Magny has the most UFC welterweight wins. It's crazy.
Made a career, man. Made a great career, and not never, touching the belt and still,
a ton of money too, man. Like
that's what I'm saying.
A win bonus 26 times.
And then he's out like quietly going to like build houses in.
Yeah. He's just doing his thing on the side.
Yeah, he's doing good. Neil's good.
Oh yeah, Neil's made a good living in the UFC. Good for Neil, man. Respect.
Is there something like that, Michael, that you have your eye on? Of course, world champion. Is it about, hey, I just want to make sure I'm financially set, future families financially set? Is there a little, hey, would you love to maybe fight one time for the BMF championship? Is there something kind of that you would love to do 10 years down the road?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd be lying to say I didn't, I didn't want to be a champ. Like that's the goal in this thing. When I start this thing, when I was 16, 17 years old, that's what I said I set out to be. So the goals never changed or never faltered. It's just a couple bumps and bruises down the road. But I'd be lying to say like all the check boxes that I made when I was 17, like where I wanted to be, wasn't lining up to what I'm doing right now. I told myself that I'd be in the UFC before I was 25, and I told myself, these are the milestones I want to reach and where I want to be when I become a certain age. And I want to be champ. I want to be the best. And like you said, all those things follow. I think we get stuck sometimes, wanting to do this for the money or wanting to do this for the fame and the publicity and stuff. And then, once you start reaching for things that, just don't satisfy you as much as, like intangibles and like working so hard that, you put yourself into a position to be close to reaching the goals that you always set for yourself is just more fulfilling, I think. So, my goal is kind of, I maybe I'm delirious or crazy or whatever, but I just want to just keep chasing what I set out when I was 16, 17. So we're doing good so far, and whatever happens. If I fought for the BMF belt, that'd be awesome. That'd be a super dope opportunity. I'm not gonna say like I don't want to do that, So I think I just gotta keep riding the wave that we're on. Just keep working hard and try to stay humble and just do the best I can every day and just try to be better, than I was the day before. And I think everything else is going to kind of figure itself out and follow suit.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, massive fan. Ella's been telling me about you for a little bit, but then after Rio, I was like, man, let's go. Massive fan over here now. Massive fan.
Yeah. I mean, I've known Ella since, I was training in Kansas City for a little bit, and she was always super nice, super respectful, and even me and Grant got to roll and stuff. So I mean, it was always love, and she left pretty soon, when I got over there. But when I was there, she always showed a lot of love, man. So I've been waiting to be on Bananas. I mean, I saw Josh on it, and I said, okay, Josh is on it, so I got to be next. I think they're gonna call me next. I hope.
I honestly didn't even know you guys were training together.
Yeah. Well, that's because I was going everywhere. So when I was in Kansas City, that was right after my coach passed, and I was kind of figuring out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, and I ended up making my way back to Houston, after all that crazy stuff. And then I was kind of trying to find my footing in Houston, and Josh was always texting me like, brother, you have a place here if you want to train here, like come. And I just wanted to make sure that I kind of cut off all my loose ends, that, I wanted to make sure that I did, everything the right way. And I just left and kind of just left people in the dark and stuff. So I wanted to make sure everything was good. And then once everything was good, I said, all right, Josh, I'm coming. And I'm not the type of person to just kind of just show up once or twice. It's like, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be all in. So I know I told Pineda and stuff, I said, hey, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not just going to be here. Like, I'll be here every day. I'm going to be on time every day. I'm going to be, and they sat me down and just kind of told me like, hey, we know you're not just like one of these newbie guys. Like, we know who you are. We know what you've been doing, in the fight game, and we want to help you reach, the goals that you want to reach. And once we had that conversation, it's like, we're not going to treat you like some, you're part of the team. You're one of us, and let's get to work. And it's been the best, fighting career my life so far. Despite my losses, right? Like I lost some contenders and my debut, but I think you can take a lot from those losses, and I think as much as they were losses, it's like, man, they were super, super close, and there's a lot of good things I could take out of it. And yeah, man, it's been good. So we'll just keep doing our thing, and I know we got some more performance fighters on the way. Hopefully, we have 4 or 5 dudes in the UFC, and hopefully Josh wins that belt, and maybe they put us for like Gym of the Year or something.
We'll just have to keep getting the Houston boys on the show. And we got Josh, we got Michael. Next, we'll have to get Kevin Holland after his.
Oh yeah, we get Kevin and get my boy Alden. He just he made his UFC debut on UFC Noche against Alexander Costa, and finished him in the third round. Yeah. So
and hey, don't let Grant weight bully you, man. All right, Grant's always trying to go up to the featherweight.
145, 155. I'll take all those belts.
Thank you, man.
In the door,
huh?
I said, I think I heard him come in the door.
Yeah.
No. Grant don't want this smoke. Grant doesn't. He's weight bully.
Hey, Grant can grab his ass. I'll tell you that much.
No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's very good. He's very talented.
Hey, we appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on. Anytime you want to come back, you let us know. Next fight announcement, hopefully December 6th. We'll get you right back on, my man. All right.
That'd be awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael.
There you go. Michael Aswell. That was awesome.
Oh,
he was cool. Liked him.
It was awesome. Happy to have him. Super nice guy. Yeah, we got to train together a little bit in Kansas City. Kind of like overlapped